Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and happy Earth Day. Thank you all for joining us today. I'm Tina Fleming, the Director of the Department of Community Services for Gwinnett County, and welcome to the future home of Beaver Ruin Wetland Park. Today, we're celebrating a significant milestone in the expansion of our award-winning Parks and Recreation system, and it's so fitting that we're doing it on Earth Day. This groundbreaking ceremony marks not only the accumulation of months, and I'll say years of hard work and collaboration between the Department of Community Services and our Department of Water Resources, but also the beginning of a remarkable journey toward environmental stewardship and community enrichment. Before we proceed, I'd like to acknowledge the many officials who are with us today. From Gwinnett County, we have Board of Commissioner Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson, District 1 Commissioner Kirkland Carden, District 3 Commissioner Jasper Watkins III, and I'd also like to recognize the department directors and leadership from Gwinnett County's administrative offices, in addition to leadership from county elected officials and constitutional officers who may be here today. And I'd also like to recognize any current and past federal, state, and local elected officials who are with us. So we have Sheriff Kibo Taylor, Representative Dewey McClain, and Lawrenceville Councilman Bruce Johnson. Finally, I want to acknowledge the numerous individuals and organizations who have contributed to not only the park project, but our wetland restoration. The Water Resources team, led by Department Director Rebecca Shelton, for their partnership. Our project administration team, led by Division Director Glenn Borman, for their oversight of this project. Clark Patterson Lee, the engineers responsible for the design of the park. Tetra Tech, the design engineers responsible for the stream and wetland restorations. Clean Water Consultants, the contractors who completed or are completing the wetland restoration. And finally, to our Recreation Authority Board members and Gwinnett Parks Foundation members for their ongoing support of our award-winning park system. I would also like to thank the Water Resources Department for their investment in this park and the work they've already accomplished so far. Without you, this park development wouldn't have been possible. As we celebrate this milestone, let us also remember the importance of preserving and protecting our natural environment for generations to come. Now I'd like to invite Water Resources Director Rebecca Shelton to tell us more about the wetlands and how they're going to benefit Gwinnett.
Thank you, Tina, and hello, everyone. All right, Gwinnett Water Resources' primary goal is to protect public health by providing clean and safe drinking water, reliable sewer service, and comprehensive stormwater services. When you think of your water utility, you may envision the massive treatment facilities or the underground piping. But a large part of our mission is to conserve our natural water resources within our community. Take stormwater management, for example. We protect our rivers and streams using best practices, helping to prevent pollution and flooding. And wetlands are a special part of this protection because of the natural ecosystem services they provide. Wetlands play a vital role in supporting the environment and well-being of our residents, serving as filters, keeping sediment and nutrients from entering streams. Prior to the beginning of this project, Water Resources and Gwinnett Clean and Beautiful hosted Great Gwinnett Wetlands, a volunteer cleanup event held in this location. It's actually held several years in this location. These efforts were designed to positively impact Gwinnett's local waterways and promote the ongoing stewardship of our numerous wetlands. Volunteers gathered to remove litter and invasive plants and educate community members about these valuable wetland resources. And I will say, I volunteered twice in these wetlands, And has anyone ever volunteered at a wetland cleanup event? So volunteers will work tirelessly to remove tires. They will dig them out of the mud. And I don't know if you know how much a wet, muddy tire weighs, but they will drag them up the hill. And there's also something that's very common. There's a lot of balls, any kind of, there's tennis balls, footballs, soccer balls, but there's also a lot of plastic bottles. Those I feel like are the most common things that end up somehow in a wetland. And my most favorite memory of the wetland cleanups was when Steve Sheets and I found a bowling ball. And I don't know how a bowling ball got into these wetlands, but it is not there anymore, I can tell you that. To keep up the momentum, it was only fitting that we partner with community services to pay homage to this landscape. 2 years ago, Water Resources began the restoration project that enhanced the stream and more than 18 acres of wetland in this property. Throughout this project, we've stabilized stream banks, improved habitats, removed invasive species, and added native vegetation. Today, the Beaver Ruin Wetlands is one of the largest areas of its kind in Gwinnett, with stormwater from over 4.5 square miles draining here. It captures runoff from areas along Peachtree and Trusterill Boulevard, Beaver Ruin Road, Buford Highway, and Old Norcross Road, and then naturally cleans and filters the water before returning it to Sweetwater Creek and the Yellow River. As we continue to monitor the wetlands and water quality, these improvements will enhance park amenities with a focus on the natural landscape and environmental education to provide memorable experiences for park goers. As we do this work, our Board of Commissioners has continued to be avid supporters of sustaining and protecting the natural resources that help make Gwinnett a vibrant community. I just want to say thank you for your support of these projects. Now I'd like to invite Chairwoman Hendrickson to share remarks.
Thank you, Rebecca. How you like my hat? Representing Gwinnett County Parks and Recreation, the most fabulous department of all of our departments. Y'all are my favorite. Don't tell the others that. So thank you for the hats. I appreciate it. Happy Earth Day, everyone. Thank you so much, Rebecca and Tina, and good afternoon to all. Today's groundbreaking is a model example of how collaboration makes it possible for our community to thrive. Together, your departments are preserving such a wonderful resource in our community. For more than a decade, the county has organized its sustainability efforts and evaluated how these efforts affect our residents. Though many of our initiatives happen organically, we've also been diligent in considering strategic ways to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars and our natural resources. The Beaver Ruin Wetland Park is a great example of how we've continued to strike that balance throughout the years. As it stands, this park is on track to receive a platinum level certification from Sustainable Sites Initiatives, which measures how projects help reduce water demand, increase outdoor recreation, opportunities, improve air quality, and so much more. If achieved, Gwinnett County will be the first, and let me repeat that, will be the first in the state of Georgia to receive this level of recognition, complementing the quality of life for our residents, and that alone deserves a round of applause. Projects like this hold immense potential for improving the quality of life for our residents. As good stewards of public funds, we're able to allocate $5 million from the 2017 Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, or SPLOST, to support the development of the park, and $1.3 million from the county's recreation fund for the playground. We're also using $4.5 million allocation from the county's watershed improvement for the wetland restoration, and $4 million for the boardwalk, which connects the wildlife observation tower nearby. We're grateful for having the funding we're entrusted with, and that allows us to carry forward innovative solutions that enhance our community. The Beaver Ruin Wetland Park will serve as a catalyst for positive change, fostering sustainability and supporting our environment in communities today and for future generations. And now I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, District 1 Commissioner Kirkland Carden, whose district we're in, who will share more about the park.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming out this morning, or I'm sorry, this afternoon. I'm sorry, I butchered that. I'm the last speaker of the afternoon, so I promise to be brief. As mentioned before, this park aims to address the need for accessible recreational space and green space in this urban part of our community. Soon, residents in District 1 will have access to the leisure activities at the Beaver Ruin Wetland Park to enhance their physical and mental well-being. The park will feature a playground that will reuse an existing detention basin for unstructured adventure play, a covered picnic area overlooking the playground, and green space for leisure, as well as 41 space parking lot, excuse me. In addition to a traditional amenities that you expect at a park, this park will also feature a 12-foot wide concrete boardwalk loop trail that will connect to the adjacent neighborhood to my left. Outside of home, work, or school, spaces like this are needed to foster the well-being of our residents, especially our youth. I'm proud that our county leadership continues to prioritize people, regardless where they live in our community. And we have an ongoing commitment to providing quality services, such as parks and preserving wetlands. I look forward to returning to this site to cut the ribbon, where families and our residents will enjoy, including my own family. Now, I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Ms. Fleming.
Thank you, Rebecca, Chairwoman Hendrickson, and Commissioner Cardin for your remarks. And now it's time to officially break ground.